What kind of car do you drive? I drive a stick shift car, manual transmission. Driving isn't really fun unless you're driving a car that's stick shift. Come on now. Controlling your revs and how much torque is at the wheels when you want it, when you need it, is way less boring than an automatic car. There's many more things that you can do, such as control your revs, burnout, drift, power slide, and it's also helpful just in case of an emergency. Also, I'll give you quick tips and quick advice on how to drive a stick shift car. Now, let's get on to why it's better than an automatic car and how to drive it. Let's get it right. It's not fun driving a car unless it's manual. One reason why is that you can take your car to its limits and enjoy every little aspect of that car. You can control your revs and how much power you are getting at the wheels depending on what RPMs you're at. And here's a quick picture of high revs at high RPM right here. And once again, the higher the RPMs, as you can see right here, the more power you have at your wheels. Another reason is that you can do a lot more in a stick shift car. You can pull the e-brake, perform power slides, start drifting, and do burnouts. It is more fun to change gears while driving a stick shift car rather than just sit there in an automatic car, just sitting there going along, when you could switch your gears and actually enjoy driving. Alright, now let's move on to why it's better than automatic and how it's helpful. Now, think of a situation where you're in an emergency. Knowledge on driving stick shift is really helpful just in case there's an emergency, or if not even a full emergency, it's just that you went out for fun and something bad happened. So in case you're at a friend's house and you don't and he picked you up and you did not drive, and say they needed a ride to the hospital, they got really sick or injured or something bad happened and their car is stick shift. The only person that could bring them there at the moment is you. And how else are you going to bring them? You can't call an ambulance if he needs to be there immediately, if it's something really painful or that he needs to be there at that moment. What do? Knowledge on driving stick shift will be really helpful there. Or say another scenario, what if you went out with your friend and you actually didn't drive and he or she was the designated driver, and once you get there, your friend starts having fun and they start drinking, and you notice that they're drinking and getting drunk and you're still sober, and you think about it and you're just like, alright, I'll be the designated driver, let them drink, let them have their fun. You get into a car and it's a stick shift car. Having knowledge on driving stick shift will be better for you, so you know how to drive that car and you won't be stuck there. Alright, now let's move on how to drive a manual car. Alright, one main thing that you really need to remember on driving a manual car is that you need to balance out the clutch and the gas, especially getting out of first gear, because you have to kind of play with them. So what you need to do is let the clutch go about halfway until you feel it engage in the car pushing. Start tapping the gas slowly. That's how I drive my car. And here's a picture of my car right here. Here's the outside and the inside. That's my car right there, stick shift, and the inside right there. And you'll see right there, that's the stick where you change the gears. Alright, so what you need to do is, there's two ways of driving the car. There's one way, which is riding the clutch, which I don't do. Riding the clutch is people who just let go of the clutch and start pushing the gas, and the RPMs are going crazy everywhere. That's how most people drive it. It's not the correct way. I drive it where I don't ride the clutch, where you let go of the clutch about halfway until you feel it engage, and you start slowly tapping on the gas, and it keeps the RPMs really low, and it just gets the car moving perfectly. And as soon as you feel the car moving, you can let go of the clutch slowly, and you can start going, and boom, there you go. Now you're in first gear. Once you reach about 2,500 to 3,000 RPMs, let go of the gas and hit the clutch one more time. Put the car into second gear, which is the bottom left, and release the clutch. Release the clutch, not too fast, but not too slow. So just let it go at ease and just hit the gas slowly. That's how you change the gears all the way up to 4, 6, depends on how many gears your car has. You go third, second, whatever you want to do. Now, how to downshift, it's the same exact thing as upshifting, except for you're putting the car in a lower gear. Say you're in 6th gear and you see a red light and you need to slow down. What you need to do is tap the clutch, put your stick into 5th gear, let go of the clutch, slow down. And say if you want to go all the way to 1st, You should never, ever, ever, ever put your car straight into first gear while it's moving. What you need to do is slowly let it go. If you want to get into first without doing anything, just hit the clutch, put the car in neutral, let the car slow down, put it in first, keep it going. Now if you don't want to do it like that, say you know that the light's about to turn green, you're in sixth gear, you need to go into third. There's two ways to do that. You can also just put it in neutral, and then when it's time to put it into third, put the car into third, let go of the clutch slowly and start hitting the gas. Or the way that I do it, which is more the preferred way to do it, is slow down a little bit, put the car into fifth. Slow down a little bit again, put the car into fourth, slow down a little bit again, and put it into third, and you're in third. Each time what you need to do is hit the clutch, put it in a lower gear, let go of the clutch, and you don't even have to touch the gas. You just have to keep the right foot on the brake, slow down just a little bit each time. And once again, the main thing, please remember this, do not put the car into first gear while it's moving. You could put it at about 5 miles an hour or under. You could go ahead and put it into first, but don't put it if your car is at, say, in fifth gear and you're going like 100. Don't do that. It can really badly damage your transmission. And to be honest, you really don't want that. Now let's go ahead and sum things up. Manual cars are way much more fun to drive and enjoyable than automatic cars. And actually, here I'll show you a quick visual aid of a car burning out. Doesn't that look way much more fun than just sitting there in automatic driving at ease, slowly? No. This looks way much more fun. Another thing is knowledge on driving stick shift is very handy and very helpful in tough situations. You never know what happens. Just need to know that you need to get stuff done. And say you don't know how to drive it, there you go. You're stuck in that situation right there. And it's actually really simple to get to drive a manual car as long as you can get out of first gear. And remember not to put the car in first gear when it's moving. Remember, play with the clutch, play with the gas. Hit the clutch all the way down, let it go halfway, start tapping, 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 let go of the clutch, and you're good to go. Same thing goes to second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. That's it. And there you go. You know how to drive a stick shift car now. So now when you go car shopping, would you want to buy a manual car and have fun, or stick to a boring automatic car? Isn't driving manual way more fun than automatic? Think about it.